Hi, everybody. My name is Sean Brown, and I am a licensed public adjuster in the state of Ohio. And there is a lot of misinformation and confusion around how to handle a large catastrophe, loss, claim, fire, whatever it could be, tornado. It doesn't matter. However, when you are paying for insurance and something happens to your property, you will be engaging with what is called an insurance adjuster. And that insurance adjuster is an employee of the insurance company. Now, what is a public adjuster? Most people aren't aware. I've talked to many insurance agents that aren't even really sure what the difference is. And what a public adjuster it is that is somebody that is going to represent you as the owner that has your best interest at stake. And the reason you hire a public adjuster on a major claim is there's so many caveats to an insurance policy and to a claim itself. Each claim in the industry is like being DNA. It has its own DNA and lots of twists, lots of turns. And even though the insurance company you hired to protect you, there is their interest financially as well. So they don't want to just give you the house and give you all the money that maybe you're owed right out of the gate. Maybe they want to look at it from a different perspective. And that's why you need to be, or you should be, or consider being protected from your own adjuster to manage that claim. Now, what is the benefit? Obviously, if you are represented by a public adjuster, you don't have to deal with anything. You don't have to analyze the policy. You don't have to try to interpret the language. You don't have to look at exclusions of the the policy. You don't have to look at what riders you have and what coverages you have. You don't have to try to determine any of those things because it's all handled for you. And when it's handled for you, then you don't have the risk of missing on opportunities to get paid in certain aspects that maybe would be missed otherwise. So, number one, when a major loss happens, whether it's a fire or some type of an incident, the first priority that you have as an owner is your safety. Make sure that everyone is safe and away from your property, and do not re-enter that until fire officials, people on the actual the incident can tell you that it's safe to return back in. And what happens after that is you got to take reasonable steps to prevent any additional damage, such as boarding up your windows, tarping your roof, doing everything you can to protect from further damage of your property. Okay, these are your assets. These are things that you need to not only protect, but you also need to be able to document. So that's the next one is document everything. Take photos, videos of all damage before they clean up. Document every room and all personal property. And anything that you know that maybe has been completely destroyed that was there, make sure you document this because you're going to forget things. You're in a very emotional state. It's very traumatic to have to go through this. So trying to document everything you can is very, very important. Okay. The next thing, you got to notify your insurance company. We are going to have to deal with your insurance company. So you want to notify them as soon as possible. Have your policy number and the details of what has happened ready when you call them. The next thing, request your insurance policy. You want all pages of your coverage, your policy, the deductibles, limits, any special provisions that you have in your policy. You need to get a full, complete copy of that. Most people have their declaration page. They've seen it because they've applied for a loan. Things like that have happened. However, you need all the pages because there's always things in there that could apply in a situation like that. Okay. Save any damaged property. Do not throw anything away unless it's health or safety related and it's a hazard to you. Okay. Any type of personal items, damaged building materials, Anything that's on site, don't throw it away. Okay. Save that unless the fire department says they got to get rid of it because of hazard. Okay. Keep all receipts. Saving receipts. Okay. Whether it's temporary housing, getting a hotel for the night, meals, repairs, any supplies that you have to buy, any other related expenses from the time of that loss going forward, save those receipts. It will be critical going forward. And then keep a journal. Write down dates, names, and phone calls, emails, everything that's related to your claim, people that you speak to, things that happen during that period of time. Keep a journal because as you are in an emotional state, you're traumatized with what has happened. You don't want to forget something or you don't want to miss something or a key detail. So try to notate everything. And then also, you know, think about the aspect of why would you consider hiring a public adjuster? Okay, this is a lot to go over. Most people, not if they're lucky, because you don't want this. But if you have to experience a major disaster like this or a major loss, and it's sad if you have to, most people don't ever have to deal with this. But if you do, you might have to deal with it once in your lifetime. It's going to be a very impactful financial incident in your lifetime. And it's not something that you just want to wing or attempt to figure out yourself and try to go through it by yourself, even with the guidance of an insurance adjuster who's working for the other side or the insurance company and may or may not receive bonuses on their pay based off of percentages of payout on claims. Your best interest as a owner is to get what you're owed and what you deserve and what you've been paying for on insurance all these years. And then also being able to reestablish your property, rebuild it, fix it, or if it has to be torn down, decide if you want to live in that area or do you want to move to another area or build another property or build a new property on that current spot. All of those, depending on the language of your policy, may have restrictions. So it's something to think about. Okay, don't go on this alone. It's worth it. Okay, on average, you receive much more on your claims when you retain a public adjuster than if you don't and you try to do it yourself. So there's value in number one, your time and the expertise of having somebody handle this for you. Okay, you wouldn't ask the IRS to just do your taxes for you and trust them. Okay, you're going to hire a CPA. You wouldn't go down to the police station and answer questions when you've been charged with murder without an attorney. Okay, this is a major incident that you do not want to handle yourself. So get representation and take care of things on your end and allow somebody that's not emotionally involved in this to look at it from a business perspective to make sure that you get what you're owed. Thank you and have a good day.